Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am so excited to share with you today's video. If you'll notice that the lighting is not the best, it's because my ring light died, so I have to get a new one soon. In today's video, I just want to share with you this vision board that I had made with my friend over the past Monday, and I want to explain with you everything that I put on it, why I put things on it, and just sit down and have a chat with you. So it is going to take me a little bit of time to actually explain everything to you and show you the process, so I figure let's just jump right into the video. Hey y'all, voiceover Gabby here. As you can see right now, I am just flipping through the first magazine of my choosing, and I am cutting out a lot of words. And this is going to be because I'm going to separate little things into sections, and I'm going to reconfigure the words to make a little sentence. And from then on, that's where all the categories are going to stem from. You can also see that I am choosing out some pictures for food, some for texture, some for colors, some for traveling, and these are all just going to fit into the little sections that I want. As you can see in the top right corner of the board, I'm just putting all the words that I cut out into little sections to see what I'm working with and what it is that I'm going to turn the sections into. I'm just going back into the magazine and finishing up any of the pictures that I needed for the certain sections, because as you can tell, all the words are separated and configured into a way that works best for what I want, and I'm just going back into the magazine to basically just fill up the board at this point. Alright, now that I have all of the pictures that I need cut out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start detailing. What that means is I'm just going to cut any excess paper off just so that everything looks nicer. It has a cleaner finish and a cleaner edge. Now that we have everything cut out, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start by placing everything back onto the board. I started with the 1 year because this is where everything is going to point directly to, because it is a 1 year vision board. As well as if you look at the bottom left corner, I went ahead and I started on the home section because it just ended up being the biggest. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. So going over the home section, it starts off with the discover what the home feels like, and everything that's green and blue in wording is designated just for the home section. I wanted to separate everything by color just so that it would be easier to read and easier to know exactly which section we're looking at. But if we look into a little bit of a deep dive, you can see that there's a lot of textures, a lot of variations of green, as well as some green furniture. And that was all unintentional, I promise you 100%. I was not just deliberately looking for green things. That's just how I want my home to look, I guess. A lot of woods, a lot of naturals. I want the home to feel earthy and calm, and if you look at the blue and green words around it, that's exactly what I wrote, with stuff like relaxing, peaceful, hardworking, calm, loving. You have sanctuary, prayer, balance, godly, and that is because I want you to come into my home and be able to breathe and relax no matter how hard of a day you had. I just want my house to be a safe spot for myself especially, and for the people that are welcome inside. Now I'm just placing everything else down. I went ahead and I finished the working hard on love section. It was just 2 little pictures, so that one was quite easy to do. Then in the bottom right, I have the living private as well as the travel section, and I'm currently working on the food section. So once I'm done with all 3 of those, I will go ahead and I will show you. So I want to start off with the working hard on love section just because it is a little bit smaller, and there's really just 2 pictures, a heart and a picture of a man and a woman. The man and the woman represents me and my boyfriend, and the heart just represents more love overall. Like, I want to share more love with myself, with others, and I want to represent what godly love is, just because it is such an amazing type of love. Although the section on the board is pretty small, it does not mean that it is not important or that it is less important than any other section. It is very, very important. It just ended up being pretty small. Moving over to the travel section, I have where it says live private as well as what's your paradise. Basically, I want to travel more. I want to see the world in all of its beauty. I also want to adventure and look at new places that I've never been, just because I think that that's what part of my purpose is here on earth. I want to be able to share the world's beauty with everybody. And for those of you who don't know, I also am a travel agent, so being able to travel is going to be such a luxury, and I can connect better with my clients. Moving on to the living private section, it's kind of ironic because I did start YouTube, but I think that just because I started YouTube doesn't mean that I can't live a private life. I don't have to share every single detail of myself on the internet, and I think that's okay. I also want to limit my circle and just reduce the amount of people that have access to my life. So keeping a tighter circle and limiting what is shared on the internet or what is shared period is something that I definitely want to do. Going back to the time-lapse video, I'm just working on a little bit of the other sections. I will go ahead and I will show you the food section as well as the little money section. For the food section, I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory with the pictures. I just want to eat healthier. I want to have more fiber and proteins and everything into my diet. I want to eat a lot more cleaner foods instead of the fast food that I'm constantly eating. You will see that there is a little treat on there, and that is because I want to follow the 80-20 rule, where I eat 80% of the time healthy, but then I can also eat a little bit of sweets 20% of the time, and that is because of balance. You will notice that there are also I think 3 Bible verses. You will find those in the description, of course. They will be all labeled on what sections that they are under. Then there's water. I definitely need to incorporate more water into my everyday life. And then the little money section, it just has a little piggy bank, but it doesn't mean that it's any less important than anything else. It just ended up being small again. Going back to the vision board, I'm just going down the rest of the groups, and from then on I will be finishing them up. Once they're finished, I will go ahead and I will show you everything else that I have on the board. Before I let the videos continue to run, I do want to mention that at this point I am using just little glitter markers that I got from Dollar Tree. I'll link those down in the description box below just so you can see what they are. And I'm adding a lot of detailing. I'm adding some highlights to some of the pictures, and these are the ones that I'm using to write as well. So you'll see a few different colors, and the colors are just to separate all the groups from each other, just so that they don't get mixed up and clashed together. At this point, I realized I didn't cut enough pictures to fill up the rest of the board, so I went ahead and I went back in the books and I went and just picked out some little things that I could use all around. And then I did replace the 1 and the 1 year, so if you did notice that changed, that is because I messed it up the first time with the markers. So I peeled it off and I just replaced it with the new one. Now you notice that we moved to the other side of the board with the every step to gaining strength and the how to be myself again sections. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just show you what it is that I put on them. So there is quite a bit of writing. I did not put as many pictures on here as I did on all the other spaces, and that is because some sections I felt that I would be able to describe it better in words versus with pictures. And I'm not going to go over what everything says just because there's so many words, but I'm just going to do a quick little overview. So starting off with the every step to better strength, I definitely want to improve my physical strength, and by doing that I go to the gym. I want to improve my mental health, my gut health, the spiritual health that I have. I want to have stronger willpower, security in myself, and I want a stronger support system. And I do want to invest in therapy like it says, books, and I want to educate myself. And of course, trust more in God. I do have a Bible verse there. Again, that will be in the description. Moving over to making a real difference, I want to volunteer more. I want to make more self-help videos on YouTube, and I want to be guided by God more, and I want to just be a better all person and give my time more to others. Then we're gonna go down to how to be myself again. I know that it's kind of cut off, but it definitely it's investing in myself, investing in skincare, hair care, anything that will make me feel better as a person, then going to sleep at a good time and waking up early and working out. Then we're going to move on to how to show off beauty. Fashion is a big part of my life, so of course I have a little arrow for fashion, but basically just showing off the outer beauty, inner beauty, being Christ-like and being confident, I think will definitely help me feel better and just show off beauty as well. At this point, I'm getting to the last section about feeling the body positivity, and I'm gonna go ahead and let the video play for a little bit, and then I'll just show you what I put on the board itself. Now that this section is completed, I want to go ahead and share with you what I wrote. If you look, the first one says, I want to accept myself where I'm at. Then I want to be the healthiest version of myself that I can be. And that doesn't mean 100% health. It just means better than where I was a year ago, which would be today. I want to be 100% healthier than where I am now. I don't want to compare myself to others anymore. I want to only put my worth in God and Him alone, and I want only God to define me. I don't want to be putting myself down because I don't look like other people, and that ties into the understanding that I will never look like the people on the internet, and that's just because the majority of what's on the internet is fake and you can't believe everything that is there. So I want to stop putting my worth in others and start putting my worth and everything else in God. I also want to learn that it is okay to have imperfections. I want to be okay with loving my body's imperfections, such as my scars, my stretch marks, my beauty marks, or even any of my deformities. I want to learn how to just love myself. I do want to let you guys know really quickly that you will notice there are some Bible verses right under feeling the body positivity, and they just tie into showing off the beauty section. Now that everything is done, this is what it looks like on the wall. I just put it right here above my bed so that every morning I can get up and I can turn around and look at it and be inspired for the rest of the day. Well guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoyed the process. Of course, all the verses that I put onto my board will be linked down in the description, and then anything else that I feel like I should share with you guys, I will obviously put in the description. I also want to mention that there's been so much support around me starting this channel up, and I am so grateful for every one of you who's reached out to me. I do feel all the love and all the excitement from everyone and myself, so that just gives me more energy and more motivation to continue on. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you've been enjoying my content, and if you're looking forward to seeing more, hit that notification bell. Make sure that you put all notifications so you can be notified every single time I release a new video. I hope you guys have a good day, a good evening, and a good night. Love y'all. Bye. Well guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that everything